The woman merely waved her hand, and all the books in the library instantly floated into the air. Then she just chanted some kind of spell, and all the knowledge literally poured into her brain like a flood, super fast. A little bit later, all those books just came crashing down. And it wasn't until she was gone that everyone around kinda snapped out of it, looking totally confused, having no clue what just happened. They picked up the books from the floor and, to their shock, they were all blank inside. Everyone was pretty much convinced it was some kind of ghost thing, but actually, this woman wasn't some kind of ghost at all. She was the great-great-grandmother of the Hellion family, an ancient ancestor who's been around for countless years. Every 1,000 years, she kind of resets, but before she wakes up, she's always been in this hazy state, so she just seems really out of it, almost like she's, well, a bit silly. The Hellion family has this rule: anyone who's ever been kind to her, or helped her out, the family will totally pay them back. So this one time, a nice girl gave her a bowl of noodles, and the patriarch immediately gave her a $10 million bank card. And so far, they've helped out 999 people. They just need one more person, someone to take the woman home, and then she can finally completely wake up. That night, the great-great-grandmother was getting hassled by some thugs in an alley, and it just so happened that the Goo family's CEO showed up right on time and rescued her. The CEO saw she looked kinda pathetic and wanted to take her home, but the great-great-grandmother was just holding her head, not saying a word, so the CEO thought she didn't want to go and just turned to leave. But then, out of nowhere, she grabbed his shirt corner and immediately climbed onto his back. The CEO was totally thrilled and happily carried her home, and get this, as soon as they got home, the family had pulled out a huge horn of plenty from the great-great-grandmother's old ragged bag. This wasn't just any treasure, it was the Hellion family's horn of plenty, which could keep the Goo family prosperous for 100 years. The family head saw that these two totally had a connection, so he just set up their engagement right then and there. But the old madam of the Goo family was, like, thinking this woman was just a beggar and totally not good enough for their CEO. But the CEO just brushed them off, and immediately told the woman to go change her clothes. However, when the great-great-grandmother came downstairs after getting all made up, everyone was completely stunned by her beauty. The CEO also sweetly promised her that she could just feel safe and sound living in the Goo family from now on. 5 years just flew by, and the butler reminded the CEO that he still had 7 marriage contracts to deal with. The CEO didn't want to talk about his wedding plans in front of the great-great-grandmother, so he gave her a lollipop and then left. But the butler got some sneaky ideas and lied to the great-great-grandmother, saying the CEO was taking her to the old mansion, but he was actually taking her to meet the Hellion family's heiress. The scheming girl saw that a silly person dared to steal her man, and she immediately told her bodyguards to give the great-great-grandmother a good beating. But she totally didn't realize that this beating actually unlocked the great-great-grandmother's final seal.